Alrighty guys, so today is a different type of video for us. For the first time on a Figure Sunday, we are not buying figures, but we're actually selling some. And by some, I mean a lot. Let me just kick this off by saying that I am still a huge collector and I have a whole toy haul to prove it. Let me show you that real quick just so you know that I'm still a collector. I'm still the toy man. I just had to get rid of some things and I'll explain why through this video, and we'll talk about why I decided to sell what I'm selling. But let's show you the toy haul real quick just so you know we're still with it. The new problem area. so you get the point. I am still a collector of many things. Love toys, love sports cards, love all of it. But I had an epiphany. I was off work today and I sat there and said to myself, I have a lot of doubles of Ultimate Editions, and I have a lot of figures that maybe I just bought because they looked cool. Maybe I just bought them because in the moment I wanted them. But now that I take a look back at some of the stuff that I had, and as I was going through stuff, there were just some figures that I didn't really want or see the need for in my collection. And I'm trying to get a little bit more intentional with the things that I'm buying to make it more personal to my personal collection. Of course, some people would say, oh, well, you just want to make money. Well, of course you want to make money when you sell stuff, but that's not the entire reason why I'm doing this. Take, for example, this Monday Night Wars Ultimate Edition Rowdy Roddy Piper. I think this figure is phenomenal. So well done. I reviewed it. This was probably one of the figures of the year last year, towards the end of the year, or early beginning of this year. Love this figure. However, I didn't even know really when this figure was from. I didn't watch this time of wrestling. I was born in 2000. It just didn't really resonate with me, and I had it on the shelf for a while, but then sat there and said to myself, do I really need this? No, not really. And could I get something maybe I want more, or that I would like more personally, like a mint on card Jeff Hardy from my childhood, or like a really cool DX GameStop 2-pack that maybe I wanted when I was a kid? Yeah, maybe that's something I would want more than this hot rod sitting on my shelf. Even had some newer figures like this SDCC Shawn Michaels Ultimate Edition, which again, I love. I love this figure. That's why I have two of them. One of them is mint on card, one of them's loose. So I said to myself, why don't I sell the loose one, keep the mint on card one, and we'll put this money somewhere else, put it towards another piece of a collection that maybe I want to pick up. Then there were a lot of figures that I don't have multiples of, and I didn't really have a reason to sell them, but I'll kind of explain why I'm doing that. Take, for example, the Coliseum Collection Ricky the Dragon Steamboat Ultimate Edition that we got earlier this year. I love this figure. I think it's a really cool figure. A bunch of good head scans, accessories were great, soft goods were phenomenal. But for me personally, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was out of my time of watching wrestling. I am familiar with a lot of his matches, and I think he had a great career, obviously one of the best to ever do it, but I would prefer maybe a more colorful attire for a figure that I'm going to keep in my personal collection. And I was complete on Ultimate Editions for a very long time, and that's why I have so many Ultimates here for sale, is because I was really picking up a lot of wrestlers that maybe I didn't even care about or had any impact on myself personally, but I was complete for the collection and just trying to have every single Ultimate that ever dropped. And then once they started adding the Ultimate Editions to the rings, like Rhea Ripley, Eric Bischoff, all of those kind of drew me out of being complete on the collection, and Rhea Ripley was actually when I stopped being a completist on the Ultimate Edition line. And that's mainly for money purposes. You know, like I said, I do collect sports cards. I collect a bunch of other figures as well, Marvel Legends sometimes, Funko Pops, autographs. I love going to conventions, as you just saw me meet John Cena and the Hardys a couple weeks ago. All those things cost money, and I'm not a monetized YouTuber. I'm not making any money off of this. I just do it because I love it. And sometimes you got to sell stuff to make money back and to put it towards something else. And even as I look through these figures, there's some that I'm definitely going to pull out and not sell. Like this D-Generation X Triple H. Looking over it, I'm like, man, this is right in my childhood. I don't know why I would sell this one. So definitely going to pull this one back from the pile. But it's good to look through and at least just put your figures in front of you and go, do I really need this one? Do I really want this one? And just for space purposes, it's kind of a good thing for me to figure out, okay, am I just kind of clogging up space with some figures? And do they really even have a purpose in my collection? Let me just say that selling figures is not an easy task. I have pulled out so many that yesterday I went through thinking I was going to sell, and I'm not selling them. There's some that I pulled out and I was like, oh, I'm not doing this. So as many as I had on the couch, not that many are going. I'm going to show you the ones I'm keeping. Like, I can't sell my Yokozuna. I can't sell this Jake the Snake Roberts. Solo. I really like Solo and the new character he's been playing. A lot more funnier. A lot more funny. I think I held on to that LA Knight. I said I was going to sell him. Said I was going to sell that Damian Priest. He's staying. There's a ton that I was like, I'm not selling these. There is still a ton that I am selling, like even the Heart Foundation. I love the Anvil, but I didn't really watch the Heart Foundation, so I don't really need them. Bianca Belair, for example, just doesn't really fit my collection per se. I have 2 of these Brocks already. This Undertaker, I like the other one a lot better, the Survivor Series, so I ended up keeping the Survivor Series and getting rid of this one. There's just some that I don't really need. I think I had 3 of these Kanes, so one of them's going. There's some Warriors that I'm selling that I just really never liked the head scans on these, so I never really even knew why I had them. But I have some that I really liked, like the Amazon Fan Takeover, the Target Legends. But there's some that I was like, I'm kind of just holding these to be complete on Ultimates, and I was like, why don't I sell them and get some figures that I might want more? So yeah, some of these guys are definitely moving, but let's show you some more. This is a risky sale here. I'm really hoping they sign Big Show back to a Legends deal and we get an Ultimate Edition of him from this era, but this one I'm iffy on selling, but it's worth like 75 bucks, so I figured I'll strike while the iron's hot, or try to at least. Was surprised this Ronda only goes for like 30 bucks. I thought this one was more expensive because I don't see her getting re-released anytime soon. She's talked about never going back to the company and stuff like that, so I was kind of surprised. But this one's like a $30 figure, so that one's kind of cool, but it's going up for sale. Yeah, you go through them and you're like, man, I don't want to get rid of this Goldberg. He's not going anywhere, I don't think. It's a good priced figure right now. I think it's like a $50 figure. But I think this Goldberg is really cool, and I think that it came with a ton of cool accessories, good head scans. This one's staying in the collection. Triple H is going to stay. You know, I'm going to sell the not Defining Moments, Ultimate Edition Series 3 Triple H. Just didn't really like that one as much as this one. I feel like this is more my time, actually, than the first one. Even though they're kind of like the same timeline, I just like this one a little bit more. But yeah, still a ton of figures that I am going to be selling. These I'm not selling. They're just standing there. Still a ton of figures that I'm going to be selling and moving off of, which is crazy, but I have a lot of doubles and triples of these, so it's just time to say goodbye. So overall, I counted out how many figures I'm going to be listing on my eBay page, and I have about 90 figures going up, maybe even close to 100 figures going up on the eBay store. And I know that sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. And I hope people aren't thinking, oh man, you're done collecting, why would you even post this video? The reason is because I want to hear what you guys think about selling in your collection. And do you get slack from other collectors when you sell? Like what's your look on that, and what's your take on that? That's a big conversation point that I would like to have with you guys in the comment section if you're interested. But for me personally, I have had both sides of it. People are like, oh man, he's selling. Is it just to make money? What are you doing? But I've had some of these figures in this collection for over 5 years. So it's just, I think as sometimes new figures release, new attires come out, I kind of like to flip them and get more figures. So that's kind of why I'm doing this. But again, what's your take on selling? That's my question for you guys this week. Kind of a short video, but I did just want to go through and kind of pinpoint some of the things that I'm selling and why I'm selling them, because the collection is going to look a little bit different behind me. I'm kind of displaying it differently and trying to get a different setup in the hallway. So bear with me on that. Again, quick video this week. Just want to talk to you guys in the comment section, see what you think, and let me know if you're interested in seeing what else I'm selling, and I'll put the eBay link in the bio. Actually, I'll put it in there. But other than that, guys, that's going to wrap it for this video. Like I said, very short one. Thank you for watching and being here. If you're interested in any figures, or you see anything or have anything in your head that you're like, oh, I want that Ultimate or I want that Elite and I don't have it, maybe I'm selling it, hit me up and on Instagram or on the YouTube comments, and we'll see what we can do. Instagram's probably best, though. I don't think I can really give out my personal information on YouTube. But if you're interested, let me know. And if not, and you just came to stop by, let me know your thoughts, like I said, on selling. Very interested to hear from you guys. As always, take care, have a great week, and God bless. We'll see you real soon.